Maple Mountain?
Maple Mountain. Is there a Maple View?
Not in Utah.
Okay. There should be. That's what I meant.
There you go. Maybe that's what they'll name one of the new high schools here in Cache
Oh,
Valley. Beach with a chance to throw. Steps up, hit as he throws, and it overthrows the wide receiver. McCray, the intended receiver. Beach kind of hit as he threw it, and it sailed on him.
When he got crunched between two defenders at Maple Mountain, that's some guts standing in there.
Field goal attempt coming now. And they're trying to hurry the kicker out there. Hey, come on. He had to go get the kicking tee. This one's going to be from about 22 yards. He hit one from 42 earlier.
Pretty stiff wind in his face, though, right now.
Good spot, good kick, plenty of leg, and it's good. 44-7. Skyview getting it done in Smithfield. Well, here's the third field goal of the night for Skyview. No problem from 22 yards away. He kicked one from 42 yards. Who cares if the wind's in his face?
You got an accurate kicker in high school? That is huge.
Now here's the give. They've run that play a couple of times, and they're getting a good return off of it. Minor.
That's a good return.
All the way. Touchdown, Maple Mountain.
And the kicker's got the angle, but he gets blocked right at the last second.
And we got about 3 Bobcats out near midfield, all stretching out their calves.
All have cramps.
All cramped up, and one of them's still down. Had 3 of them all in a pile stretching their calves. One of them's still there. The other 2 have gotten up. And now one of them's gone down at about the 25.
Number 15. They've been standing on the sidelines for most of this game. They just got in special teams. And now you're running a full sprint. That'll happen.
Well, Oldham's been out there.
Oh, yeah.
Oldham's running back
out there.
He's out near midfield where...
There's Oldham right there. He just goes down. You can see her. He gets the cramp and just stops running.
Yeah. All 3 of those guys, those last 2 that missed, and Oldham, they all are down cramping, and there's one down at the 26 for Skyview right now. Still. The Minor takes that back all the way.
I can't see who that is. It's a number. It's a 20 number. 23.
Oh, is that Smith? Yep.
Another running back. They've all been running this whole game.
It's a warm night. We had a running back 60 years ago when I played football, and there's another one out there near the 50. I think that's Oldham.
Yeah, it's
that's both legs. We had a running back when I played, and he'd bring a jar of pickle juice.
Pickle juice?
To every game. He had cramp problems. He would bring a jar of pickle juice with him because it's full of potassium, pickle juice and bananas. Because
Did it work?
The potassium will help. Well, I don't know, but early in the season, about 12 times a game, we'd hear him scream for his big brother to bring him the pickle juice. It's a little embarrassing. We're playing football. Get off the field with the pickle juice.
Bring me some of Ma's pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
That would be terrible.
So now they got everybody off the field. Hey, high snap. They tried to still get that down and kick it. That's being a gamer. Now we got a little bit of extracurricular. The bottom line is it's 44-13, and Skyview is in control of this ballgame. because of the cramps. Well, here's the kickoff again. Now, that's right at the 5-yard line. So this ends up being a 95-yard touchdown run. And you know, the coaches are like, they don't want to see this, but it gives them something to talk about in film, in video, in digital data storage review. And you got a couple of blocks, you got the edge, you had a couple of guys cramp up.
And no angles.
Yep, and no angles. And they've been running that all game long. And there have been 16 kickoffs in this game. So the coaches will be talking about that one tomorrow. Oh my goodness, this one.
Well, when you mark that penalty off that happened right at the extracurriculars you were talking about, it's a field goal from the 45.
Yep. 8:35 to play in the ball game. Skyview well in control here, 44-13.
Well, who's going to be our player of the game, Mr. Eric? I think
always
it's.
make me do the hard things.
I'm voting for Braxton Goddard. He's had a great game, and
158 yards on 10 of 12, 4 touchdowns.
maybe it's a defender.
All he does is score touchdowns. Well, it's hard because I don't think you can single out one defender.
Yeah.
That whole unit did well.
Sorry, guys, I tried, but no, you're not getting the Wendy's.
I'd usually go for the defender. I think Goddard, he had a nice home debut tonight for this season. There's the pitch, getting around the edge is Smith. Nice gain on first down. He ends up picking up 7.
Second and 2.
Beach, the quarterback. He replaced Goddard last series. Beach is going to keep this one. Nothing doing. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. You play that, you put the ball in your quarterback's gut, you read that defensive end. If he's crashing down, you pull the ball and keep it and try to get outside. If he's coming upfield, you give it off, and that running back tries to hit the seam there. Now sometimes they'll play games with those linebackers, and it's a little bit harder to read, but it'll be interesting to see when defenses catch up to that spread and that zone read. It's a little bit, it's really gained prominence the last, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
And it's interesting to watch the game evolve. On third down, Skyview gets the...
Dane Anderson picks that up, but now he's out hurt. Maybe it's also cramps.
Yeah, because he's been sitting out for the last 10 minutes.
Working on his calf muscle as well. A lot of calf cramps. He's got one in both legs. That's the worst.
7 of 11 on third downs for Skyview. They're in no hurry, and we're under 7 minutes to play. Throw the little swing to the Bobcats. Out there to Coulter Rock.
I think he's a sophomore too, isn't he?
No, he's a junior.
Oh, junior, okay.
Still an underclassman. Pickup of number, was that 48? That was Rock, 48, right? 6 yards.
Yeah, 48. .33 on the quick hitter. It's Isaac Herman.
I am out of spaces. I am out of spaces for runners. 9 different ball carriers. And they've thrown the ball to 7 different receivers. Another nice run on first down.
Isaac Herman again on the carry.
Picks up 6.
Pretty good stable of running backs for the Skyview Bobcats. I've seen a lot of them today.
Coming up
Fife and Oldham and Anderson.
Coming up on 5 minutes to play. And it's just been a rout right from the start. Skyview jumped out 17-0 after 1 period of play. And they just really haven't slowed down. Herman again turns the corner. Down to about the 40-yard line of Maple Mountain.
Quick. That kid's got quick feet.
He's a junior as well.
That's just a good read, and he gets upfield in a hurry and past the first line of defense. Making those DBs earn their money tonight. Making a lot of tackles back there.
Under 4.5 to play. Let's see if they bring it back this way. Now they got a third quarterback in there.
New quarterback into the Bobcats, number 17, Salem Karen.
Salem Karen, a junior.
On the carry, number 33, Isaac Herman.
Herman carries again, this time for 2 yards. He's got 4 carries for 24 yards.
Herman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that kid's quick. You got to think that Coach Andrews seeing that, and they don't use a lot of 2-back sets, but maybe they should.
Now they throw it.
Boy, they got to cover that ball. That was almost lateral.
Yep, close, wasn't it?
Well, I'm going to head down to the field and try and catch up with Braxton Goddard's number 25. 3 touchdown passes, is that correct?
4 touchdown passes, sir.
Passes.
10 of 12, 158 yards, and 4, count them, 4 touchdown passes.
All right.
So we'll hear from our player of the game when we're done. And the clock still running with 3:15 to play in the ball game on 3rd and 12 for Skyview. We're going to give it off to Herman. Herman using blockers, making guys miss. He picks up a first down on 3rd and 12. 13 yards. 37 yards on 5 carries for Herman. In some mop-up duty tonight. We'll throw it again back the other way. Pass is complete, a gain of about 9.
Salem's pass complete to number 48, Coco Rock. Picked up by number 44, James Brown.
Give again to Herman on 2nd down and a yard. He's close, but I think he was stopped short.
He's met by number 60, Nick Muir. Brings up a 3rd and 1.
Third and 1, and let's see where they spot it.
Number 33, Isaac Herman. Number 16, Jason Blanco.
Need to give him a first down. Skyview keeps it going. This time a loss. We're under a minute to play. Skyview will have to snap it one more time, see if they just take a knee. Skyview had 64 yards rushing in the first half. They're over 200 yards for the game now. They've really run the ball well here in the second half. 158 through the air. They're approaching 400 yards for the night after putting up 500 last week against Timpview. They take a knee, and that's your ball game. 44-13. Skyview with the big win. We'll take a break and be back with our player of the game after this timeout.
Clark Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
Here at Lewiston State Bank, we offer lots of different loan products to meet your needs. We're happy to work with you and hope that you would enjoy working with us.
We had to take out an automobile loan, and so we came into Lewiston State Bank, and she was so good. She worked with me really, really well.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
I found Braxton Goddard. Braxton, congratulations. You're the Valley Channel Player of the Game. Great game tonight. Tell me about your thoughts.
You know, we started out rough. We got up 17-0 really quick, but that's not what we wanted to do. We came out a little shaky. I threw 2 picks, which is unacceptable in the first half, but we pulled it together and got it going on the offensive side of the ball, and defense played amazing. 0 points in the first half, that's incredible.
There was a point in this game where you were 3 of 5 passing, but they were all 3 touchdowns. Talk to me about your receivers tonight.
You know, I have great receivers. I mean, it's not one target. I mean, last year, Daniel Lemon was the big guy to go to. I mean, I probably hit 7 or 8 receivers. There's probably 14 guys that got catches tonight. That's what we're about at Skyview football. Spread it around and people to go out and make plays, and that's what we like.
We got a gift card for you to Wendy's and Angie's to clean the sink, so get over there with your team. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, Eric Olson.
All right, thanks, Levon, and congratulations to Braxton Goddard and the Skyview Bobcats. They win 44-13. Thanks for watching the Game of the Week. It was brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Cache Valley Hospital, your choice in healthcare. Salt Lake Express door-to-door service to and from the Salt Lake Airport every hour. Lewiston State Bank, strong and vibrant for over a century. Immaculate Homes, now your home. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. 4 Seasons Premier Apartment Homes, live, work, play, and celebrate. PR Graphics for all your promotional graphics needs. Alpine Cleaning and Restoration Specialist. We respond, we restore, you relax. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. For Levon and the guys in the truck doing the hard work, I'm Eric Olson saying we'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.
I'm Chase Brammer. I work at Icon, here at Icon Health and Fitness, and help head up our product development for iFit. We have quite a big team here. It's a great team, and we're doing stuff that's just absolutely incredible with technology. Stuff that even companies in Silicon Valley aren't even doing. For example, we've partnered with Google, and we're one of their top 5 partners when it comes to Google Maps and their integrations. And you can really see that get highlighted on our new Tour de France bike. So if we go onto your bike, you can actually draw a route anywhere in the world. You can draw it and say, I'm in Logan, Utah, and I want to ride Alpe d'Huez in the actual Tour, which is all the way in France. I draw that, start on my bike or any other piece of equipment, and I can now follow the terrain of that bike. And I can also view street view images on my bike, on my TV, or laptop, iPhone, whatever you'd like, and follow along and actually be immersed and feel like you're actually in the Tour de France. It's really exciting stuff. Over here I have Adam Blackburn, who's one of our senior developers. And on his screen you can see up here, this is what makes all of that happen. It's all written in Node.js, and we're actually doing up to 150 million API calls to Google a month. And we're actually doing about 30,000 requests per second to our servers. And on top of that, we're logging about 1 million workouts a month from people. And it's all really exciting stuff because people are actually using it. And it's a lot of fun because we use it as well. And if Adam will pull this over on his screen, you can see one of the highlights we're doing this month is our Tour de France. We're a close partner with the Tour, and so we've mapped out all of the key segments for each stage so that consumers can go and get on their bike or even their other pieces of equipment and actually follow along and see what it's like to ride those 10 important miles of each stage of the Tour this year. So what's great about this too is you can actually go to ifit.com today and draw your route for wherever you want to go in the world. One thing that we actually love to do in the office with our team is that we have 4 to 5 guys that are really big cyclists, and we all rode Logan and Jackson this last year. And we actually thought that we could train better on our bikes, on our Tour de France bikes, than we could outside. So what we actually did is we'd go and we'd draw different segments of those really hard passes, like going over Strawberry inside the valley that really took it out of you, and actually trained on our bikes using those routes. And it turned out that we actually did really well with Logan and Jackson this last year. In fact, if Adam could go over and click create on the website, with just a few clicks, he can say, oh, well, I want to start in Logan and go up to Preston or anywhere near there. And there we have a route. You can scroll down a little bit. You can see, oh, there's Strawberry, that big climb that just kills everyone. And we now can train against that and actually feel what it's like to get all the way in Strawberry or even closer into Jackson without having to make the big long trip up there.
Hi, I'm Greg Law, Vice President of Engineering here at Icon Health and Fitness. I want to talk to you today about the exciting product that we have here as a bicycle training device. Many of us here are bicycling enthusiasts. We participate in many events in the bicycling world, including the race from here to Jackson, the 200-mile race. And so we're very focused on being able to train appropriately all year long. And so we've been able to create this product focused on training and increasing our performance. And there are a lot of aspects we put into the bike. As you can see, the shape and feel of it is done to reflect a road bike, a true road bike. The handlebars are road handles, the seat, the positioning, everything was done to be able to reflect your road bike experience. We also brought into it the magic of our iFit technology, where the bike can actually follow the contour of the road. You can create the map and the bike will follow it, and then the incline adjusts consistent with the road grade outside.
You don't want to do a lot of power from having geometry from similar to some other spin bikes I worked on for me to get more height.
Well, we started with the physics of it. We broke out the physics books, pen and paper, calculator, and developed a model for the resistance based on, as Greg mentioned, your speed and the incline or the grade that you're riding up. From there, I would ride the bicycle, get a feel for it, and then I would compare that to when I would ride outside on my real bicycle. Comparing both the feeling as well as the data that I was logging while on my rides outside. And I was able to come back and make a comparison and tweak the models and iterate it. One of the interesting challenges actually proved to get the coasting correctly. It's relatively easy to get how fast you're going to be going coasting at your terminal velocity. It was tricky to get the acceleration right. That's actually what took a lot of the time, but it really paid off in the way the resistance is applied and making it feel more like a real bicycle outside.
Hi, I'm Eric Watterson, and I shoot the commercials for Icon Health and Fitness. And I'm thrilled to tell you about the new Tour de France bike. What a lot of people may understand about Icon is that we make a lot of products. What they don't understand is that we invent a lot of products. The Proform Tour de France bike is one of the most inventive, creative, disruptive products that we've made in the past 3 years. Behind me you see a map of France, and a team of Icon employees are going to be traveling to France this month to show the new Tour de France bike. It's the most anticipated product in the European cycling community, and it came straight from Logan, Utah. I love working at Icon because I get to work with an amazing group of people who are very talented, very motivated, and they create amazing products. The Tour de France bike is different. For 30 years, the way that people trained on a bike was that they'd strap their bike into a trainer, they'd will and whiz, they'd wake their wife up in the morning, and they would suffer through the winter. But with the Tour de France bike, a group of engineers, designers, and a whole bunch of other people at Icon built a bike that was what they wanted. It's a bike that when the road went up, the bike would go up. When the road went down, the bike would go down. They calibrated your wind resistance. They calibrated everything that you need in a bike, even from the handlebars to how you shift, to the way you pedal, to the geometry of the bike. It's kind of a cyclist's dream product that he wishes he could make if he were an engineer. The beauty of working at Icon is that our engineers are cyclists. They understand and have a passion for the sport, and they make amazing products. My job is to tell the world about it. And it's really easy because the products are remarkable, they're different, they're new, and when people see them, they get it instantly. So we're going to be taking a group of people to Nice, to Lake Annecy, to Alpe d'Huez, the most storied climb in the Tour de France, and actually to London to show the new bike and to tell people what makes this product unique. One of the things that's amazing about working at Icon is the people that are here. I love working with the people at Icon. They're the most talented, clever, creative, inventive people. And every day I come to work, I feel lucky that I get to work with them. One of the other things that's unique about Icon is that we're a global company. We're the largest exercise equipment company in the world, and we're in a small town. It's the perfect combination. Big company, small town. But more importantly, amazing people.
I'm a totally different man.
You could do one thing only, incline training is it.
It eliminated that fat. Just get up and walk.
You want to change your life, then you need to step up to the X9 from Nordic Track. What makes the X9 the best calorie burning machine on the planet? Incline. Going up, now you're burning twice the calories. You want more? Take it all the way to 40% incline for 5 times the calorie burn.
The X9 is one of the fastest ways ever to burn calories.
And all you have to do is walk.
Plus, the X9 comes with iFit, powered by Google Maps, so you can work out anywhere.
Burn fat jogging on the beaches of Fiji. Shed pounds hiking the Swiss Alps.
With iFit, the X9 automatically adjusts so your workout follows the terrain.
You can most definitely shed calories and burn fat.
You can just walk the calories off.
Get this amazing machine for $0 down and free shipping, $150 value.
To order, call 1-800-383-4153 or go online today.
So EK Accessories, we're here at the Outdoor Show. I've been doing this show for 28 years. I'm the founder of the company. We pretty much make retention. Everything we do is a retention device, whether it's for your eyeglasses, hold your pants up, hold your dog on a leash, take care of holding your cell phone, tie down your motorcycles. Pretty much what we do is retention. We are the retention company. Everything's made in Logan, Utah, and we're pretty proud of it. A lot of the products that we have I invented because I couldn't find them. I need a use for something and I'd look and I couldn't really find the product, so I actually ended up manufacturing myself. Being in the outdoors and being in so many different aspects of recreation, we really know what we're doing as far as developing these things because we use what we develop.
This is a new product by EK Accessories. It's called the Camera Float. What it has is it has a soft end, a microsoft end here that'll hook to any camera. It'll go through the loop on the camera and it'll float any waterproof camera that's out there. It has a detachable buckle that you're able to release and detach, which just works great when you're not needing the float. You can use your camera normally, then you can reattach the buckle and hook it back together to the product. Also, it has a feature here where you put this around your neck. Simply just put it over your head and it goes around your neck, and you can keep your camera right here close at hand. It's great because you can use your camera right here close at hand. If you're in the water, it comes apart or loose, it will float and it'll keep it safe, keep it close to you. It also features a safety breakaway that when pulled, it will break away and also is able to be reattached. This is a very critical feature that most all our products include.
We're really unique in this industry to where all our products are not really found anywhere else. Our eyeglass retainers, the way they work, are unique. Our tie downs are the best in the industry. A lot of things in the patterns we do keep up with the times.
Clark Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
Tis the season to be traveling with your family, and what a better place to make your first stop is at Discount Tire. Talk to Scott and some of his gang and make sure that your car is in good working order.
That's right, yeah. You know, we'd be glad for you to bring your car into us, so just check your air pressure, you know, look things over, check your hoses, fluids, whatever, before you head out on a trip, just to make sure you're going to be okay. The last thing you want to do is get out there and have your spare be flat if you do get a flat or something like that. Yeah, we did safety days, and you know, you wouldn't believe how many cars came through that we were checking air pressure, and I bet you 95% of them was either 5 pounds of air in the spare or no air at all. You know, and we're also set up to do all your service. You know, we're so much more than a tire store. You know, we can do your complete brakes, your suspension, your front end, timing belts, timing chains. You know, come on in, we can get you taken care of.
Are these all things that are is just part of maintenance and you should have done like once a year or just before you travel, or what would you suggest?
Well, that's a good point. Preventive maintenance is the name of the game nowadays because cars are made to last longer, and we are set up for all your preventive maintenance as far as all your machines for your transmissions, your power steerings, your antifreeze, and it's real important to stay up on that because it saves you money down the road.
Sure it does. If I come in to have those things checked before I go on a trip, how much time should I plan for?
You know, it really depends on how much you want checked and how in depth you want us to be. You know, as far as checking your air pressure and your fluids and stuff, we can do something like that right in the parking lot without pulling it inside. So it really depends. I mean, if you want us to do a thorough check as far as pulling tires, looking at brakes and all that, you probably better plan on about an hour to come 45 minutes to an hour, you know.
Okay, that's totally doable. You know, sometimes you think, oh, we're going to be fine. The car's been running great. But just last week, my sister took just a little, 2.5-hour drive for a family reunion. Car broke down, stuck on the side of the road in, 90-plus degree weather. It was just miserable for her and her kids.
Yeah, and that's the last thing you want to happen is to break down when you're trying to get somewhere to go have a good time. Kind of ruins a good time.
Really ruins a good time, especially when it's so hot this time of year. You just don't want to have that happen, and you need to feel, safe and that your car's in good working order. And so it's best to just turn it over to the pros. Tell me a little bit about the guys that you have working in the back, and what kind of training they've received, so that we know that we bring our cars in. You guys know exactly what to do.
As far as our technician, they're ASE certified in what they do as far as in their brakes or suspension. ASE certified, it's not just something you can go out and just do. You have to have experience and you have to take a test. It's a national test. And speaking of national, we are honored nationwide with our warranties on tires and service. If you have any problems nationwide, we got a 1-800 number you can call, and we can get you taken care of. There's actually, over 30,000 locations that will honor our warranty.
Wow, that's terrific to know. The other thing that you've mentioned to me in just talking is that you guarantee your prices for 6 months. If someone finds a cheaper deal somewhere else, you're going to match it.
Right. On tires, if you purchase tires from us and you go to Salt Lake or Denver, anywhere, the website, and you find them mounted, balanced, and put on at a better price, we guarantee our price for 6 months. So, you have a peace of mind for 6 months. And if you do find them at a better price, we got a card you send in, and we'll send you a check back, no questions asked.
So you must, in order to do that, you must feel pretty confident that your prices are already set at a price point that that is fair and that is what it needs to be. Because sometimes a lot of people have that mindset that if they go to a local store, they're going to pay more than if they go to a big box store.
Right. No, not with us. We do have good buying power. We're one of Michelin's largest customers. And so, yes, we do feel confident. Every now and then there is somebody that's got a little bit better price, and that's why we have our price guarantee. But yes, as far as our everyday, day in, day out price, we feel real confidence in our pricing because we do have great buying power.
Another thing that makes me feel confident about Discount Tire is you are celebrating 37 years in business here in our valley. That is a huge accomplishment. Way to go.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we do like to consider ourselves the local boys. Born and raised here in the valley, know a lot of people. So yeah, we're here to take care of you. We're here to stay, and 37 years, we're proud of that.
You should be, and because if you're not doing something right, it's kind of hard to hide here from your friends and family. So obviously you've done something right. We've got some fun things going on during your anniversary sale. Just give us a little sneak peek of what we can expect for great deals.
Sure. We have, for one, we're giving away a set of free tires. So you buy tires from us during our anniversary sale, and we are actually going to pull a name, and whoever name we pull, they get their tires for free. We'll send them a check for what they paid for their tires. We have a $50 rebate on BF Goodrich when you buy a set of 4. That's in store. You don't have to mail it off. Goodyear has up to $160 rebate going, and then pretty much all of our tires are on sale. Like we were saying before, our everyday low price is great, but our anniversary sale is even better.
Perfect. Such a great time to get your car in great shape for those long trips that you're going to be taking. And one thing that I have noticed when I've been here both times is when we're in here just chatting, the minute a customer walks through the door, you say, have got a customer, excuse me, and you go and take care of their needs and they're number one, you're not just going to be doing your own thing.
That's right. If it wasn't for the customer, we wouldn't be here. So you got to take care of people. I mean, there's plenty of other places people can go to, so we want to make sure that they're comfortable, they feel well taken care of, and they can trust us, and that's what we're here for.
Doing a great job. Come see Scott and the rest of the gang here at Discount Tire, and come help them celebrate 37 years in business. Way to go.
So much more than a tire store.
Jury duty.
You're happy about that.
It's right next to that little pub with those amazing cheeseburgers.
Like these?
Did you guys have jury duty?
Wendy's.
The new pretzel bacon cheeseburger, specially crafted by Wendy's.
Oh, that's better.
Bob, you've got a new location. Tell everybody where you're located.
We're at 1451 North, 200 East. We're just west of Lowe's and south of Walmart. And we're right next door to Beatles. I mean, all the women in the valley, I think, know where Beatles is, and we are right next door to them.
That's right. And it's a great location. It's a beautiful new facility that you're in. They've got great windows.
Very easy to get to. A lot of parking. And most people that come off 2nd East to go to Walmart drive right past our store. So it's very, very easy to find.
Perfect. Now, you're known for having great selection of eyewear, tons of different colors, frames, styles, but you also do a lot more here in your store. Tell us what those are.
Well, we're wanting to talk about sports eyewear, especially as we go into the summer months, playing baseball or even soccer year-round anymore, racquetball, any sporting idea is so important to protect your eyes. And that's one thing that we've tried to do is come up with different styles, both for really small children and adults, and styles have changed. They've gotten better over the years. They're not as bad as they used to be, and so they're designed to take the pounding that a ball will give. It's kind of like buying insurance on your regular glasses, so that you're not breaking your glasses, you know. And these are designed to, take them.
Well, let's take a look at them.
Okay. Here's one, just an idea. This is for an adult. You can see that it's colored. It does come in a crystal, comes in a black, comes in a gray. The nose pads here are cushioned and soft. You've got a strap behind to hold the glasses on. The material is a polycarbonate material, is designed to just take a pound, so that they're a lot less susceptible, to breaking. Okay. That's one idea. The other one would be a smaller size, and this is for a smaller child. Again, these are cushioned on the sides and on the bridge, so that, as they fit against the head, you have a little bit of cushioning.
And I think we've probably all known people that have got hit in the face while they've been playing ball or whatever, and they've the glasses have cut their nose or cut the side of their face, and this is great protection.
This helps as much as anything, and it's something that's really warranted. Sometimes moms and dads don't want to pay the extra money, and we understand that, but boy, this sure saves on eyes and face and other glasses and that type of thing.
And I think it's important to say you can get these just to protect your eyes without correction wear, or you can get corrective lenses in them as well.
That's correct. With a prescription or without. Without, it's normally for that person who say they've had an eye injury or they wear contacts. With prescription, obviously, that makes sense then. Huh?
Right, it sure does. Plus, you've got sunglasses, and I know we've talked about this before about how important it is to get sunglasses that are polarized, because you can actually see through them a lot better.
Yes, exactly. Polarization helps reduce the glare of reflective objects, and that's what bothers people, is reflective light rather than intensity of light, and that's what's important. Not only that, all polarized lenses are generally 100% UV protected.
Which is also very important. And again, you can get those in corrective wear or just in regular sunglasses.
That's correct. Yeah, they come either way.
And you can also get your eyes examined here too.
Yes, we offer eye exams by appointment. Dr. Reese is the doctor here, and he does an incredible job. And so, you know, we encourage people to come and take advantage of that opportunity as well.
And I think people need to know that when you get your glasses here and you get your lenses cut, you do all the work yourself.
That's correct. I mean, as far as cutting and edging lenses, putting them together, making sure they are correct prescription, fitting, so on, that's all done here.
It's a great service. You've been doing it for 37 plus years. You don't look like you've been doing it for 37 years, so good for you.
Yeah, well, your nose just grew.
Yeah, it did. Great location here at Baldwin Optical, just off 2nd East in North Logan, and we're just great and happy that you're still around.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to be here. It really is.
Thanks, everybody.
That's something we're getting a lot of questions on, especially this time of year now the weather's good. Here at Lens Audio Video, a lot of people are interested in outdoor antennas so they can get free signal, so you don't have to pay a lot of money anymore for cable or satellite. There's about 30 channels available now for free. A lot of those are high definition. All you've got to do is put up a good outside antenna. We've got antennas ranging from our most popular one at $59, but the important thing is come in and see us. We'll design a system for you depending on how many TVs you've got, how much lead wire you're running. We've been putting up antennas for over 50 years. We know what works in the valley. We've had people buying antennas all over the valley and sometimes not very successful. They come here, we design a system for you, we'll make it work. Also, tell us what TVs you've got, we'll tell you if they are digital. A digital TV, you don't need any kind of a box, anything. Antenna goes into the TV. You use the remote you've got, so it simplifies your system. And the best part about it, free signal. So come in and see the experts here at Lens Audio Video. We can teach you what you need to do to put up an antenna, or we've got a professional install crew that can come out to your house, test your signal, tell you how well it'll work, and install it for you. Here at 1655 North Main Street, Lens Audio Video.
Well, and that's the difference between us and say a chain that they'll hire anybody off the street and doesn't matter. And not that that's so bad, but here we're trying to give as personalized service as you can, as informed as you can possibly be, and help the individual in their selection of eyewear.
Yeah, that's a great benefit. I don't see how you can put a price tag on that. That's
well,
awesome.
that's probably right.
You know, everybody knows that Lens Audio Video has been in the Valley now almost 55 years. We sell some of the best product at the best prices, but we also go a long way beyond that. We do have our own service department. If you have a problem, we're going to take care of it here. If you bought something somewhere else and you can't get it serviced, you don't need to take it to Salt Lake. Bring it to us. We have our own service department. We also do delivery and specialized installations in homes. We have a full custom install crew that can come to your house, either a remodel or a new home, pre-wire it for any electronics you want, help you design the system, and install it, and when it's done it'll be a simple system you can operate. So keep in mind we do all of that. Also for car audio, we do a number of things for car audio, not only cars but motorhomes, motorcycles. You can put a video system in there. We do alarm systems, security systems in cars and for homes too. So just remember that Lynn's Audio Video is not only the place to go for best prices, best product, but also for best service.
One of the things I dislike most is moving all my stuff, packing up all my stuff, not having a truck to move my stuff, having to call a friend with a truck and use their stuff, having friends come and help that damage my stuff. But if we're going to move, especially if you're going to move to the Four Seasons, you have a solution to that.
We do have a solution. So, yeah, no, moving is stressful enough as it is. So it's always our stance to try to make it more bearable. And so we actually have a moving truck here. It's a box truck. It's about 20 feet long. It's fully enclosed, and we let you use that to move in for free.
That's huge, because I don't like borrowing things from people. I don't really like asking for a lot of help. So this is huge.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. So when residents or future residents come in and decide where they want to or which unit they want, we can schedule that truck and they can use that for free. So.
Well, I was going to say that saves you money, but you also have another money savings deal going on right now. If you move in right now with the Four Seasons, what's the move-in special?
So our current move-in special is, if you mention this ad, we'll waive your application fees as well as take half off your deposit, which is a great benefit. So it's easy a $200 value. And then we're also offering a month free on our discounted 2-bedroom townhome already, which is another all in over the term of your lease, probably $2,500 value.
Yeah, that's huge. Who else is going to give you $2,500 savings? Plus, you get to move into this great facility, which is beyond beautiful. I mean, I walk in and I feel like I'm in a luxury hotel in somewhere other than Cache Valley, but this is Cache Valley.
Yeah, it's nice. A lot of people who walk in here, whether they're looking to rent or not, the typical response we get is it was time for something like this here in the Valley. So, and I think it's needed, and it is extremely affordable and the best value you can possibly get for any apartment living, hands down.
It is hands down, and I think what's so nice about it is everything is new and fresh and up to date, all of your apartments, but aesthetically, the grounds, there's waterfalls, you have people that take care of it, there's a place to play with kids, there's a community swimming pool. The list goes on and on about how you take care of the people that live here.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the most beneficial thing is how we treat our residents. If you go to any other professionally managed community in the Valley, you're not going to find near the staff that we have or those kinds of things. So we have a great staff. I mean, I have staff members on hand anytime, so.
Well, as I was going to say, you're always here. There's somebody always here that you can call, and you said if there's a problem, what's the turnaround time to get it fixed or looked at?
3 hours is our goal. So we have our maintenance guys here. We have a full-time housekeeper. We have a full-time groundskeeper. We got my people in the office. No one is staffed like we are staffed, and we do that just so we can take care of our residents.
Right. So right now for move-in special, you're going to save $2,500 over the year. Plus, you get all this great stuff. And the best way to find out is to come here and to talk to James and take a look at for yourself how beautiful it is and what all you have to offer.
Yeah, come here, talk to me. We'll get you moved in. We'll get you the free moving truck, and you won't move anywhere else. You'll like it.
You'll make it easy, simplify things for people, and great place to live, great community to live in.
that it is. It's fantastic.
Great. Come see James at the Four Seasons. Thanks, James.
Our most amazing accomplishment isn't what we've done. It's who we've become.
Guess what? I'm getting an A in chemistry.
Sure glad when boys take after their mother. Your Uncle Frank is talking about selling off those 40 acres.
Remember the treehouse we built there?
It was a beauty. I hear Coach Larson's retiring.
Yeah.
He was always good to you.
Did I tell you Jason finally got a car?
Oh, the streets will never be safe again.
You got that right.
Paper says your team's playing pretty well.
Yeah, 5 in a row.
Maybe they'll make the playoffs this year.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, I'm about ready for some dinner. We'll go inside so Mom can have a say.
Smells like apple pie.
It's just the way you like it, too. We'll save you a piece.
Or not. Don't listen to them. I'll bake you 10 when you get home.
No matter what you talk about, love is what they'll hear. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints,